What's going on, team? Looking at the overall economical calendar over here, you can see today is November 7th. Looking at the calendar, you can see today we have some Fed speakers. Tomorrow's election day. Wednesday, we have basically two Fed speakers as well. Thursday is the day we want to watch out for. We have a lot of CPI data coming out right before the market opens at 8:30. 2 p.m. we have the Fed budget. Set on the November 11th, we have basically Veterans Day and we have a lot of Fed speakers that day as well. So we have a jam-packed week of Fed action. For what I could see, I do not see any instance of Powell speaking at all. So definitely a good sign, but we do have a lot of Fed action that can persuade the market either or direction. So make sure you guys check this out, just so you guys are notified when they're speaking, just in case you're in a position. So we're going to start off actually with Meta today. Looking at Meta, I know a lot of you guys are interested in Meta, especially since they're laying off a lot of workers and stuff like that. But we have to understand that the stock was basically selling off and is deemed oversold. So we got to see what's going to overall happen with the charts. So looking at the 4 hour over here, or we could even jump over towards the 1 year. The 1 year is extremely oversold. We hit a low of 88.09. And let's jump back over towards the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour, we dropped and we started going sideways, finding some type of support. And now we're holding above that EMA, confirming a bullish trend. So if we want to look for a possible long position, watch for the break of 97. Then we can start basically pushing up towards 100. Make sure you set your alert for that. Or if you want to get bearish on the stock, it is in a bullish position with the MACD crossed up. So that's two bullish confirmations. So we need a bearish confirmation, which would be the break of 91. And we could sink to 88 and maybe lower. The stock is past the 5-year lows. Next possible low is going to be that 83. And then we're going to start hitting the 70. So make sure you guys set alerts on that. But overall, right now, the stock is in a bullish position. Anything can change when that bell rings. So checking out the 20-day is a little bit more on the overbought side, so that could be a signal for a possible pullback. Want to wait for that 20-day crossover, want to wait for that 20-day EMA break, and then we can start basically pulling back, but it is in an overbought position, so that's something to watch out for. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Tesla basically has a lot of news coming out as well too, especially between the string between Twitter and Elon Musk juggling Twitter and basically Tesla company over here. So definitely want to watch to see what's going to overall happen. Right now, the 28 is crossed up. We need to break above 211. 211 just so happens to be the 180-day EMA. So once we get above the 180-day EMA around like 211, 212, we can start basically pushing up towards 218. 218 is a major resistance zone just because that is the 1-year EMA line. And that is going to be the whole pivot point between bearishness and bullishness. So right now we are hanging on the bearish side, even though the MACD is crossed up. So anything could happen. We could always snap back to that bullish side because we haven't had full confirmation of the bearish trend with the MACD crossing down. So just keep that in mind. Even though we're bearish right now, it's not full confirmation of a bearish trend. So let's jump over towards the 180-day. You can see that basically we are trading below that 180-day trade line. If we do start to pull back, we need at least to get below that 203, 202 level before we can start retesting that 180-day low at 198. So let's see what happens overall. If we do break 198, we could possibly start going lower towards those 180s and definitely want to watch to see how that goes on. But jumping over towards the 20-day, you can see the 20-day is starting to try to cross up. We haven't got confirmation of the bearish trend yet before because the MACD has not crossed over. But let's see what overall happens. It does look like it has some type of ascending pattern going on right now. So we want to see if that pattern's broken to the downside. And then we can start basically entering those put positions. Or if we break that EMA for the long side, we can start entering those long positions. Last but not least, let's look at the SPY. So what is going on with the SPY, right? We had that overall drop last week, right? And then we basically start to pull back up after hours. And we are actually above the 1-year EMA line. This orange line represents the 1-year EMA line. So that is major, right? When it comes to basically terms of where your mindset should be, right? So let's jump over towards that 1 year. You can see the 1 year we were trading below it before, right? Like I said before, we haven't got full confirmation on this stock. I said it in previous videos that we haven't got full confirmation on the overall market for bearishness. Even though we broke that ascending uptrend, the 1 year has not crossed down, giving us full confirmation. Remember when the 1 year fully crossed down, we had that full drop. 1 year crossed up, we had that bounce. It has not really crossed down all the way. So this could have been just a possible pullback before uptrend. So let's see what overall happens. But right now we are basically trending above that 1 year without full confirmation of that downward trend. So keep that in mind. Jumping over towards the 180-day MACD is crossed up. RSI has room for the upside. If we do start to trend up today, we want to see a break above at 379.50 or 379.70, then we can start basically pushing up towards 383, which was a previous resistance before. So make sure we break these previous candles over here before we basically start to push up higher. Got the wrong trend line. So set your alerts for that. And then if we do start to come back down, we want to see a break below that 375, below the 180-day 4-hour EMA, giving us confirmation of that bearish trend. And then we could possibly retest that 371 in which it held so strongly. Remember, I said before that SMA normally acts as resistance when the stock is below it and support when the stock is above it. And right now you can see even with those major drops we had, we never really broke that 180-day SMA. So that is a sign of bullishness right there. And we could possibly bounce and people could look to buy this dip over here and push us back up to 390, maybe even higher, judging from the 1 year. If we do start to bounce, we could possibly break that 390 and then maybe even push back up towards that 404, which is the 1 year SMA. So a lot of gems today. Make sure you guys take it all in. Wait for key breakouts. You guys don't want to just force a move just because. Wait for key breakouts, use a stop loss, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.